So the concern was basically saying it's not so much it's a foreign entity so much as like the way you would run this business that we don't like, and that's unprecedented. That's unusual. I think it opens the door for all kinds of other types of reviews, which if you're in business world right now, you're like, well, this is so unpredictable. I don't know how to go forward on it.
How does Silicon Valley respond to this, though? In some ways, it's almost like a protection from a hostile bidder.
It's a protection from a hostile bidder, and I think Qualcomm certainly likes this idea, and especially the workers in San Diego who are like, well, we're worried about jobs. Saving jobs, because he's known as a cost cutter. Hock Tan, the CEO of Broadcom, is known as a cost cutter. That's how he operates his business. He doesn't like too much overhead. He doesn't like too much fat. It doesn't mean that they don't want to sort of expand the business itself, but that, I think, for a lot of those jobs out there.
But Ed, why isn't it about national security? Why isn't it about wireless? Why does it have to be about how you're going to run the business? Is there a way for cover for the administration to say that it was more about security versus about how they're actually running the business?
But again, the way their argument into security is the future of our national security. 5G is important to that. Qualcomm is a huge player in that. If you start cutting budgets, if you start cutting investment in that, then it pulls us back.
Is that legitimate? Is that a legitimate view?
I don't know. I think it's good to be concerned about that, certainly. I just think the jurisdiction, the way in which they sort of applied this national security review is really bizarre.
Every banker I talked to last night, though, pulled out this one quote. This is from CFIUS that says that in terms of their concern, it is a large part, quote, Broadcom's relationships with third-party foreign entities. What does that mean? I'm assuming the third-party foreign entity is China, but then that gets back to the question, if Broadcom were to move back to the United States, they're going to still have, I imagine, these third-party relationships with whomever these mystery countries are.
Well, that's an unclear thing as well, but, I mean, on the face of it, yes, they have third-party relationships when they sell their stuff to Chinese, handset makers. So does Qualcomm. So does Intel, by the way.
So does Apple.
So does Apple, right? So, I mean, yes, there is a relationship. It doesn't. And again, I think to be clear, the way that they evaluate the national security concern is that they pull back off of 5G investment. I think that was the main thing because. As you've seen, Hock Tan is known as a cost cutter, and they're worried that it was a really.
But you remember, just 2 weeks ago, Hock Tan came out publicly and said we're going to invest
$1.5 billion
in R&D. All of these other measures now, not enough. Okay.
Not enough, clearly.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.